It's a Saturday show on Spirit Southwest. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but it comes with a bit of a warning. I'm about to speak to Karen Gately, who is an HR specialist. She's an author, author of the book People Managers Toolkit, and also one of the main people at Corporate Dojo. We just want to make sure people don't go a little bit overboard in their Christmas celebrations this year. Karen, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Look, people can get a bit silly at silly season, hence the name. You've got some ideas and basic guidelines that people should follow, in particular with their corporate and work Christmas parties, right?
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to be the fun place, but as a starting point, it probably matters that we keep people safe and also help people not to be fired as a consequence of some of the things they choose to get up to.
Because let's face it, some people do overstep the mark, and there are some pretty serious consequences and guidelines for sexual harassment and bullying and that sort of thing. So it pays to just watch your intake and proceed accordingly. Number one little tip from your good self: engage with those around you.
Yeah, look, you certainly don't want to be that person that's known for standing over in the corner, playing on your phone and just not being present and not actually demonstrating at least a base level of wanting to engage as a team player and being grateful for the event that's been put on. So, don't just turn up, but actually be present and engage.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense. What about a very, very basic one, but one that people should probably follow? Make sure you eat early.
Yes, I think one of the most common mistakes I see people make is, getting to the party, the alcohol starts to flow, that's freely available, and it takes a bit of time for the food to start to catch up. By which stage, people are actually quite well gone, and the behaviours can start to go south very quickly and very early. So if you're not sure you're going to get food, make sure that you do eat something before you go, and make sure that when the alcohol hits your stomach, there's something to absorb it.
May I also throw in there, maybe, Karen, a little water wedge, as I like to call them every now and then?
Yes, exactly.
Not a bad idea.
Entirely right.
Now, keep some thoughts to yourself. Do you find that people sometimes just blurt before they actually think?
Yeah, that's right. So clearly that can happen in the workplace as well. But again, usually fueled by alcohol, when you're starting to give people performance feedback, for example, at the party. And, if that's the CEO, it's probably not going to be a popular move. So, again, be sensible and just be mindful that what you share, people will most likely remember when you're back in the office on Monday and all the consequences that come with that.
That's right. You also made a little note in your press release, which I'm looking at here, about backhanded compliments. Look, saying to someone, you've scrubbed up really well, you might mean well, but it's not actually that big a compliment when you think about it.
No, and I've seen it happen so often, because we're not used to seeing people in their party gear. And, sometimes obviously the type of environment we've created at the party is very different to work. And I hear it all the time, people being absolutely aghast that, someone looks good. It's just not a nice thing to say.
Well, look, if someone said that to me, I'd be absolutely thrilled because it never happens, Karen. But anyway, there's another point here. Know when not to follow the leader. I think this pertains to my station manager too.
Yeah, there's so many examples of I get the phone call and the problem has been that the leader has led the way in terms of, keeping the bar open late and leading the way in terms of the shots rounds and, just absolutely taking people to places that are dangerous. So, again, doesn't matter how they're choosing to behave, keep yourself and your colleagues safe by being more sensible than that.
Yeah, and there's a duty of care, of course, within a workplace environment.
That's right. So you can imagine the conversations we have with leaders who have led the party. The risk that they are creating for themselves and for their business is huge.
Yeah. Another reason why I will never be management material, Karen. And the lucky last one, which I think is probably the point of all of the above. Keep your clothes on.
Yes, that's right. Again, people can suddenly decide it's a great idea to go on the nudie run or to, whip off their shirt on the dance floor or to, decide that, the skinny dipping or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But it's just not.
No.
It's just not a great idea. Most people don't want to actually see you in your birthday suit in a work context. And even if you're looking good, you know, the boss is unlikely to be sitting there saying, well, fair enough, you know, needs to share. So, yeah, at the very least, keep your clothes on.
Wonderful advice, all of the above. Thank you very much, Karen Gately. You're the founder of Corporate Dojo and, of course, an HR specialist. And it's no wonder that you've risen to the awesome heights that you currently attain. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving our listeners a bit of an idea of what not to do and what to do at their corporate Christmas party this year. Have yourself a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to yourself.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Karen. We'll stay in touch and we'll get back into the music very soon. It's the Saturday Show.